This stupid thing. And if none of y'all see it, then I'm just going to delete it. I couldn't get on it for shit. And I see ERTs there. Y'all can see me and hear me? Y'all can see me and hear me? I guess so. Y'all can see me and hear me? I guess so. Y'all can see me and hear me? I guess so. Y'all can see me and hear me? I guess so. Y'all can see me and hear me? Why is it doing that? I guess so. Hang on a minute. Why is it doing that? Is it still doing it? It was like repeating back and forth. Can you all hear me? It wouldn't let me get on the other one. I posted up. Perfect. Okay. No, fixed. No. You can't hear me? Y'all can't hear me? Okay, good. All right, great. Technology, I don't like it. That's the reason I got to shop like this. Good evening, everybody. How y'all doing? This thing was like echoing back and forth. I had the volume up on this. I got a laptop out here, and my phone's dying, or I ain't got no signal. Yeah, now see on my laptop, it's fine. Yeah. I don't know if y'all can tell, but I'm looking at my phone. It's like really slow on there. Now on my laptop, it's perfect. All right, guys, this is Minarelli. I put 4 set screws in it. Got the heat shrink on there. Put a bead of ultra gray in there. When I heated it down, it shot ultra gray all the way out into here. And no leaks there. Now, I did weld the pipe up because that's a route to get air in your engine and cause it to run high revs too. And I just kind of wanted to do this. I'm looking at this, and I'm that over there. Maybe I'll just use this to read because it's slow. I don't know if it's slow. It's slow on my phone, but it's not slow right here. So anyway, this was a horizontal in a rally, and I machined the opening in the back and put in two studs and locked it down, and all that sealed. Now, on as far as what do we got here? Well, I'm not on my cell phone. I'm on my Wi-Fi and my laptop. But hey, DNS two-stroke motorized bicycle. That was a really great idea about that too. I didn't know that. I feel like the only person in the world that didn't know that. But let's get back to these things. These will help. They will pull the clutch pads out, and they look bad. I ain't gonna lie to you. They got something in the knurling, and that's the reason I didn't really want to do anything with them. They got stained. I did clean up 5, and I'm gonna give 5 away tonight. I'm gonna give some others away. I got plenty of them. I just got to finish them, and I can't get that damn stuff out of the knurling. ERT. I haven't heard nothing from ERT. Good. There he is. Good afternoon. You're right. It is. The first riddle or question I'm gonna ask y'all on this, and I'm gonna pause a little bit, seeing as how we got it. What do I want to hear? I haven't heard nothing from you. I haven't seen none of your videos out or nothing. I haven't seen you posting on people's sites. I haven't seen any of that. Just hadn't seen nothing. The what to hear? I don't want to hear anything. I'll make sure you're all right. Okay, I'm gonna say this, and the first person comes up with the answers, I'm gonna mail you one of these. All right. First riddle is: farmer had 26 sheep. One died. How many did he have left? Ain't nobody got it yet. This is one of the easy ones too. Come on. Ain't nobody got it yet. First person comes up with the right number, it's theirs. I'll say it again. A farmer had 26 sheep and one died. How many would he have left? This is water, by the way. No, it's not 25. Somebody's already said 25. Grendel, huh? That's funny. 27, no. Come on, guys. This is one of the easier ones. Nope. No, sir. Not 26. No, that's not the answer either. No, it's not 24. And sheep do keep reproducing, but anyway. Now, another thing I wanted to talk about. No, not one. The is these catnip and or BBR1 and BBR stage 2. I give up when? Y'all give up? Come on. I'll say it again. A farmer had 26 sheep and one died. How many would he have left? Give up? Really? Nope, not 25. All right, I'll say it one more time. Farmer had 26 sheep and one died. How many would he have left? And by the way, I want to tell y'all, if you've had trouble with a catnip or a BBR, and dang, I thought I knew. No, you don't know. If you use metal bolts into your frame and your engines into your frame, you remember your hot wire goes on here. I learned that the hard way. 0. No. Come on, guys. 26. The farmer. No, the farmer's alive. He had 19 left. That's the answer. 19. So we'll go on to the next riddle. Well, you got to make sure that none of this is bolted to the frame or anything or wired or anything. And what? Okay, here's the answer. A farmer had 26 sheep. 26 sheep. One died. He'd have 19 left. But if you connect this with your frame, you know, with a steel bolt or something like that, it'll short it out and you won't get any spark whatsoever. These plastic bolts were good. That's what I did on that bike. All right, here's the next one. And I know somebody's going to get this one. How far can a dog run into the woods? All right. Yeah, you can use the ties. But you just got to be careful that doesn't get on the frame or anything, ground out. A lot of people have trouble with it. It's just basically, you can see they wired it on with some insulated wire. It might have been going through or something like that. Just okay. Nobody got that one either? Come on. Or is my phone not working? Nope. The question was, how far can a dog run into the woods? I'm reading all y'all's comments. 3 of them should have been. The question was, how far can a dog run into the woods? They're just getting harder. Hey, you got it. You got it. Halfway, then he's running out. All right. One of them's yours. All right. All right. Next question. And this will be easy. If a cow and a calf could eat a pumpkin and a half in a day and a half, how many days would it take to eat 3 pumpkins? Mike got it. The next question was, if you got a cow and a calf that could eat a pumpkin and a half in a day and a half, how many days would it take to eat 3 pumpkins? Oh, wait a minute. Reynolds Garage got that one. 3. You got one coming. All right. I'm picking out the damn best ones. All right. Now you go, and if y'all, I think I have Mr. Miller's. No, 3 days. Reynolds Garage got it. Go to my About on my homepage, and then you can send me your address. That was easy. Okay. Don't ever feel that. Like I said, go to my About. It's got 2 email addresses. My Google address, my Gmail address is probably the best one for that. All right. Well, I figured I knew a bunch of riddles, but I'm getting kind of slack here. I'll think of one. So ain't none of y'all got any questions. Y'all know what y'all doing. I was hoping somebody was having a question, But I'm going to come up with another riddle. I don't want to do a mathematical one, you know. Now, this is a mathematical and psychological one. Somebody's going to get it fairly fast. But if you're standing in front of somebody and you ask them this question, oh, how's Minarelli running? Well, I ran it with this carburetor on it with a 90 main and a 25 pilot, but it was sucking air, but it still ran good. So I got the carburetor set on there tight. Everything's good. Everything's sealed, set down. And I just had to put it back in the bike because the bike is so damn nasty. And I don't know why I'm talking to the phone. I should be talking to that. The damn bike is so damn nasty. I'm either going to pressure wash it, degrease it, or I'm going to take everything apart and I am going to strip the paint off of it and repaint it. It's just nasty. That goddamn orange gets a grease spot on it, and that's it. It stays there. But yeah, it runs good. So far, I haven't really had any kind of arguments with it, other than the carburetor. My leg, hang on here. And this is what happened the last time I wrote it. With this on the other side, I had it like this. My leg was resting right on this. That was 90% of my trouble with the VM18. And then I went for some advice somebody gave me to put a 21 on it. So I had this OKO carburetor and I put that on it. But yeah, that was the majority of my problems. But next question. No, well, I'm not going to say no. I'm not going to make a chopper build. But it's going to be it's not going to be one of the bicycles. It'd be a frame that I built. Didn't drop it. Kevin Shop posted. What are y'all talking about now? Oh, I'm going to go watch it. I haven't watched it yet. I'm going to go watch it. I'm reading the phone. I should be talking up here. But yeah, and everything's good. All right, next question. Here you go. And this is going to be a fast one because there's going to be a lot of people get it quick. The question is, what's 1/3 of 3/4? Okay, you got it. 1/4. One of them goes to you. All right. That one was pretty easy. But it's still a good question, though. If you're standing in front of somebody, you ask them that, they're going to go, huh? But anyway. Oh, I used to know a lot of riddles. I don't think anybody. I don't think of too many now. And I don't know why that thing didn't let me on my other one. Somebody already got it. He said 0.25. And somebody's out there working. What time is it? 6:30. Somebody already got it, Leonard. First one up here was 20. Let me go check up here, but I'm pretty sure it was 0.25. Yeah, y'all buy. So, like I said, go to my about. Hit me up with your address. We ain't gonna be on here much longer. I was just hoping there'd be some people that have some questions, and I'll give away a few of these. These are awful handy, by the way. You screw that into your clutch pad, pops them right out. Not only that, though, this part right here fits perfectly in there, and it helps you align your cases up and stuff like that. I was using mine for that, and I'm going, well, hell, it works good for that because of the dimple. It's exactly 1/4 inch, which is 6 millimeter. But it's a little bit bigger, but it lines it up good. So I got 3 good ones here. Are they good? This one's better. All right. Well, I'm going to try to give 2 more of these away. All right. Let's see who gets it. And everybody should get this one correct. What is the number one reason why a motorized bike engine fails early? Now, this is going to be in my opinion now. Now, I said this question is in my opinion, and no, I don't think that. I mean, that's like immediate failure. I'm talking about maybe, 10, 15, 20 miles, and it fails. The number one cause I have seen. And actually, the only fail I've ever had was because of it. So. That's no riddle, Leonard. I'm sure if you've been running these bikes long enough, it's happened to you. No, not fenders. Not fenders. The engine. I'm talking about the engine, not the bike, but the engine. And no, Amos, I just caught your comment. No, it's not that. That's probably the best answer, but no, it's not that.
903 track. You can make a clutch extension, but you would have to have, I think it would be a carrier bearing. Wait a minute, two seconds. The expectations are both realistic. They never flush lower units, never assemble motor properly. Hang on a minute, hang on a minute. And you can get to put the oil in it. G-clips, you already won one. That's what my opinion would be, but you already got one. You ain't getting two. But lower units, too rich. But yeah, you could very easily, but you would have to have a bearing. You'd have to have the shaft, the sprocket, and then you'd have to build a post for a carrier bearing so you can align it properly and hold it properly. That'd be the only way I'd do it. Snowing. See, that's the only thing I got advantage over all y'all. I can ride year round. I love the cold weather. And yes, the car. No, he already got it. That question's over. The only time I've ever had a failure was with the C-clips or the wrist pin clips. And there you go. Clips put in properly or clips put in, and the ones you put the Wiseco CW10s in there and then you forget about it. You don't have to worry about it. You can't get them out anyhow. But if you already got one, don't answer. I'm gonna have to come up with another riddle. That's tough. And I should have had 5, and I figured I knew 5. Get old, you start forgetting stuff. No, you didn't win twice. You said a 1/4 inch, but the guy 903 tracks, he said 0.25, which is the correct answer too. 0.25 is a 1/4. Yes, sir. Oh, the bike behind me? You talk the one that's got the LB 5000 pipe on it? Yes, you're right. I did too. I won by waking up too. Yeah, that's the LB 5000 expansion chamber there, leg burner 5000. My leg's just now healed from that thing. The question I'm going to ask you about this bike. This bike is special to me in one way. And the first one that yeah, you won on that one, Mike. You won on that one. But Grendel, he tried to win twice. But everybody likes to answer questions. Okay, but this bike is kind of special to me. And tell me if you know why. I don't, if you've noticed in my videos, I don't break in much and I don't warm up much, which I should probably. No, no, it's not because it's shiny. That's all right. It's all fun. It's all good. I'm having a wonderful time. But yeah, this bike uh, is special for one reason. I hear you, babe. Breaking is when you tear it up, I think, or something like that. But yeah, I hear you. Budget-friendly kits. Let's say if I was to build a bike for somebody the first time, that little small engine, oh Lord, I can't think of the name of it right now, but it's a one-piece cylinder. Boys got one on a bike. We ain't never touched it. Never did anything to it. I know you goddamn 1,000 miles on it. We ain't never touched it. Runs off. And somebody else bought one of those. It was on another bike. And we put another one on the Cranbrook. And they're all running. Never had trouble. It's the little 50cc or 48cc or 50cc. And well, thank you very much for that, but that's not the reason. No, that's not it either. The 80cc, I would go with same thing. Two-stroke stuffing says. I mean, not two-stroke stuffing. I'm sorry. Two-stroke 40. I'm sorry. Don't you say that about it. Two-stroke 40. Get cartooning. He likes the G4 jug setup. You know, just like the one I bought for $75. I hear you. Flying horse. No. That was a mistake. You change your name a lot. I got to change it on the other thing too. No, not because I burnt my leg. In shorts, absolutely. When I got overbalanced on the levee, and when that thing came over, I didn't have no choice but to lay my leg on it. I hear you. I put my leg right on it and lowered. I said, "Oh no, that'll never happen again." I like to ride with shorts on and flip flops. Sorry, I like doing it. It's fun. That's some of the neighbors. Well, you change it so much. I think the one I got on my thing right now is catnip. I said, not catnip, but cat turd. And I looked at it the other day when I posted it up. I thought, oh, shit, that's not his. No, it's not Dan. You named this Dan. I forgot that magnet was right there. You named this Dan. I hear you. Well, thank you very much. The cat turd, that's it. Yeah. When I saw that, I said, and that's what his channel name used to be, because it's copied right off of that. And I go, oh, it's something else now. And before that, it was something else. Now, the reason that bike means a little bit more to me than anything else, that's the one I was in the accident with right there. It twisted the whole front end on it and everything else, and it's still going. So that was good enough for me. So it's going to hang around. It's going to be looked after. I rode it the other day. I put those 203 brakes on it. I said, all right, I ought to be able to stop good. I get out here and coming back to the house, somebody pulled right out in front of me. I jammed the brakes. They work. I go. But yeah, that's the reason I like that bike. I'm actually doing really good, and I can't complain. I am. I'm doing better than I thought I would be. Yeah, it's just the when they tell you 12, 14, 16, 18, 19, 20 weeks before your back's going to stop hurting. That's hard to fathom. Oh, I heal in a week. Don't work like that. It's painful. I just wanted to make sure I didn't hurt myself any worse. So that was the main thing. And I think the good Lord said, I ain't going to kill you today, but I'm going to slow your ass down. So he made me retire, which is probably the best thing that ever happened to me. I am very happy now. I would. It'll have to be later on because I got quite a few projects right now, getting this thing back running or doing something with that bike. And I'm still not out here all day. Yes, sir. You are absolutely correct. I didn't think I would adjust, but I had a yeah, the front forks could be better. Front forks could be better. And I never thought, but I had a doctor that was telling me, back when everybody was in 103, 104, he would tell me, and he said, what did you do for a living? I'd tell him, he says, well, I want you to go sit outside for 4 to 5 hours every day. I said, excuse me? Why? He said, that's what you did working. He said, you need to get on a special diet. I said, okay. I said, why I need to do all this? He said, how many times you hear about people retiring 6 months later down the road, they asked dead. He said, your body gets used to doing something. And you can't take it away from it too quick. So I come out here every day, whether it's just nothing more than sitting out here in this damn heat, because that's what my body was used to. So. No, I'm actually, I ain't lying to nobody. Knock on wood, that my back is feeling pretty damn good. The only thing sometimes when I get up really fast, but other than that, I haven't been picking up anything real heavy. Of course, I got most of all the work done on my Jeep. And I had to jack it up about 3 foot off the ground. And it was in here for a while. That's the reason I didn't post too many videos. And pulled out the front end and the rear end and changed all the bushings and sway arm link. The sway arm links on the front were completely hanging. They weren't even connected. And I changed the damn cast iron crap. Hey! I hear you, brother. Like I said, things are a little slow right now. So we will get up with that. And I have concerns on that because every damn thing that I get in the mail here, at least 4 out of 10 packages don't make it or get tore up. We're talking about down here. So I'm very apprehensive. It's not because the bike's going to run like a son of a bitch. I already know that. But it's just, I'm so afraid your damn motor. Now I'm going to have to buy it because they tear everything up down here. But glad you showed up, Jamie. Heck yeah. I hear you, babe. We're going to talk about it. I'm going to call you on the phone and we're going to talk about it. I just, and even my FedEx and UPS packages. The only people I buy from anymore hardly is Prime, Amazon. That's it. Yeah, see, I wasn't gonna retire, but then that accident retired me. So, but no, my back is in good shape so far. It's healing, and that's amazing. So that's it in itself. Yeah, I mean, I could have easily died that day. I could have got run over. I ran into the fender, and the car was probably doing about 45, 50. And it spun me around. My back hit the door and catapulted me into the asphalt. And I don't think I got hurt up until I hit the asphalt. When I hit the asphalt, it was like immediate. From pain 1 to 10, this was a 10, immediate. And I didn't let up for I got to the hospital. They gave me 3 shots of Demerol, not Demerol, Dilaudid. And then when I got to the other emergency room in Baton Rouge, before they sent me home, it was a total of 3 shots of morphine. Ain't touched it. "10 years to go." I'm gonna tell you right now, I do love it. I ain't gonna lie to nobody. Not one soul out there. I'm glad. Not glad this happened. I'm glad I'm retired. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Don't get me started. Lord have mercy. That's funny. I know that Socks made one was a piece of shit. I'm sorry. If there's anybody out here that work for Socks or own one, I'm sorry. But yeah, Socks I think did make one, and it was not very good. I mean, they ran, but not very good. But Jamie, I am building one. I am going to put Genesis wheels on it, and the whole 9 yards is going to be set up. The just getting that shit down here is what's got me scared half to death. But I will be building that and make sure it can go fast because I know the motor will make it go fast. Nobody vote me in for president. Man, that job does that job does stuff to people. They sit around and do this. I do that now. So Bride the bike guy. What's up? How you doing? And it says message held for review. Now, I don't know. I'm wanting to say Dave Amos for president. It hasn't rained. And I look at them pictures of old tobacco barns up there. You ever work in any of them? You ever pick suckers and what do they call them? Sand lugs and suckers? Mike is governor of Texas. Uh-huh. I know probably back in your day, you didn't ride that seat on the back of the tractor that was down there between the rows. I bet you was on your damn hands and knees. We had to do it in South Carolina. I used to live in South Carolina. Well, hey, how y'all doing? Then it could be bike gangs in California. All right, that sounds like a good one. Now that sounds like a good job. Excuse me, I'm checking my. Still burning. How you doing? David. But yeah, I've got. Let me see. I got Mike, Rendell. And who else got one? I still got one to give away, I think. This is a good evening, y'all. I'm having fun. But yeah, I'm going to have this running. That orange bike is horrible. It's just got, I'm going to have to strip the whole damn bike because I'll never get the damn grease stains and everything else off of it. So I might take it completely apart, check the frame again. And what are the rods for? Okay. These right here, they got a screw. You screw it into your clutch pads, and they're knurled, and you pull your clutch pads out, you know, when you go to change what have you. Not only that, this part here will help you align up. And these just some things I made. Intentionally to give them away, but they just were so damn ugly because of this dark. And that's from the buffing compound. So I'm just kind of like, ugh. All right, brother. Just as soon as I get your address, it'll be out tomorrow. Oh, no, it won't be out tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday. I already got yours, Bleed Mike, but I'm glad you emailed it. And everybody should go, that 1-1, email me your address. It ain't going to cost you nothing. It's free. When I say freeze free, freeze free. I need to give one more away, though. I need a question. See, I got it all figured out. What you got figured out? Let me know, please. Now, I almost guarantee you I know what's going to come out your mouth. Yeah, and really, when it got down to the point that I was fixing to go home after the third shot of morphine, I said, man, you got to give me another one. They said, Mr. Todd, if we give you another, we would kill you. I said, do it. Just do it. I didn't give a shit at the time. But I never did take any painkillers, and I don't take painkillers now, and I never did. But at that night, that I lost a half inch of height. It smashed it down that much. The only good thing is the mess with the cavity around the spinal cord. And I'm looking at that, and I hacked the disc. Probably shouldn't have done that. But I hacked the disc, and I looked at everything, and I'm just thinking to myself, I don't know how the hell I did it. But I was lucky. And then after 12 weeks, I asked the doctor, and he said, you're going to have some chronic pain for your life. I said, can I hurt it anymore? He goes, nope. He said, it's all healed up. I said, all right. So the pain is steadily going away. I'm not arguing about that. I'm very, very happy. Here's a question for you. And it's behind that darn heart. I don't know why it's in. For you, how much? And I want to say that's the main needle. Somebody post another comment. I could go over there and read it. No way. Okay, like I said, there's a whole bunch of people on here. I will do a whole bunch more, and I think it just posted. Okay, now, two-stroke porting and carb tuning. He can answer this question probably better than anybody. Here's a question for you. How much does needle profile affect performance? It does. Farther down, the needle doesn't come out as much. You don't get as much fuel if you're running fat or four-stroking. Pick the needle up, and you're getting more fuel if you jet it properly and what have you. What is the capital of Thailand? Bangkok. The no, it's on my phone, and the question gets behind it. Where you at, two-stroke? Yeah, two-stroke. Where you at? Answer the man's question. I don't, but rarely ever mess with it. I leave it in a middle neutral position. Needle main function, 1/4 throttle to 3/4 throttle. I agree with that 100%. And never heard it put that way, but I would say yes. I don't ever mess with it. To me, they got two speeds: stop, wide open. That's it. As long as they're going to get wide open, I'm happy, and that means they'll cruise some. But what's capital? But yes, sir. That's the reason we're doing this. Get people like him up here to answer these questions because he knows better than I do. There's something I don't mess with. You know, I had a lot of people, they say, go one click this way, one click that way. I get a set of you see getting up kind of fast. And this is what I do. I just buy all 50 jets and then I bore them out to what I want. So. But once you get a jet that's running good, then that's not something you change. And the good thing is I could ride year round. So climate does affect me. What do we got there? Exactly. That was a question for you. Well, I said Bangkok. Yeah, you can't drink with penicillin. I know somebody got sick. And I often thought about, because of these needles you see on here, they got a very slight taper. I wonder if you could put one in a drill and then hand shape it to a fine point with, give it more of a taper. I'm just wondering if that would help. I have never done that. But I've thought about doing that because some of the clone VM18s, which I'm cheap. Okay, I didn't know that. But I don't know why you couldn't put one in a drill and spin it down. Yeah, so am I. Well, I have sea level here in New Orleans. Not in New Orleans, but out in this area. We are at sea level. All right. I have to look into that. That's just something. I know people say, what's your favorite toolbox? And it's got to get behind that heart. I can't see what it's. Somebody else is going to have to post it and get it up so I can see it. I don't know how to take that card off of there. There you go. Toolbox of all time. So I've had so many. I don't know. That would be a hard question. We had back in the old plant in the sugar refinery there, we had to make them out of wood, which that was fun. Fishing tool up. All right. Trying to think about. Oh, I'm trying to think of another question or a riddle, and I just. Yeah, he's about 65 foot. We don't have hillbillies around here. We got flatbillies. It's all flat. At full throttle, wide open throttle, I'm going to say there's no advantage whatsoever. Runability, I would say there would be a difference. That's the Emotion tube, if that's the one I'm thinking of. That's the Emotion tube. Air and fuel run over that and atomizes it. Yeah, you guys up there with no air. We down here, plenty of oxygen, full 20%. Yeah, yeah, you get up there, you don't have as much oxygen as you do definitely down here. That's the reason I was vice president of Voodoo Model Boat Club, and that's the reason everybody liked to come down here and run the boats. And they're little Zenoa two strokes, and they're maxed out to like 16 to 18,000 RPMs. And they like it down here. They like it down here because of the air. Now that's really, you see people running nitro with barometers and stuff like that to adjust their fuel. You don't have to do that with gas, but they do run better. Huh. I have to check that out. $12 blocks is pretty good. Yeah, myself, I'm going to do that too. I'm not talking much. I'm kind of listening to you guys. I'm trying to think of a damn rip. Anyway. Yeah, I think we're over the needle question. But yeah, I know I'm going to run into some issues with this, but it ran it good with the 90 main and the 25 pilot. And we'll have to run it again. Yes. If y'all need to find anything out about these things, go to that man's channel. He knows what he's talking about. And he's a hard worker too, if he's ever worked a damn tobacco barn. I would think the sharper needle would allow sooner and more, because you look at some of these needles, like, and it's kind of like that's good enough, like the clone VM18, the cheaper ones. I mean, the needle's almost the same size all the way down. Yes, I would imagine y'all had to lean it out for high altitudes. At 40 to 1 and 50 to 1, these two-stroke oils they got nowadays, oh, I can't think of the name of it. It's a Amsoil. They said it protects engines to 100 to 1. I'd never do that to my engine, but commercial. But the beautiful thing about me down here is I ride year round, and my riding fun hasn't started yet, because we have days like coming up that are going to be 70 degrees and sun, and y'all are unfortunately freezing your ass off. It is nice down here. We run year round. It might be a day or two. It'll be cold, but I love the cold weather. So they never bothered me. Are we still on? I can see me on the laptop. There we go. 3,500 feet, 42 degrees. Oh, Lord. Was 73 yesterday, 50 today. Michigan. My brother lived in Mount Clemens, I think it is, and everything. And I've worked in Detroit plenty of times. And if you go anywhere in Detroit, you're going to get on Gratiot. That's a joke, but that's the truth. Yeah, my brother stayed there for. He's down here now. But yeah, I used to work up there, and we used to have to work in Canada. Hey, and it's brutal. I hear you, bro. But yeah, think of a damn. Yeah, it was here too. They said it's supposed to cool off here next week. I'm glad. It'll be 5,000. That'll be 19. Oh yeah, my wife was telling me something like that, 40s or something like that. I'm going, I hope so. But I see snow in the Midwest right now. I hear you, brother. I've used a 3-prong plug. Actually, I got one around here. I think to me, it's all hype. And now that I say that, I run a one of those EP1s. It's got the weird tip on it. It just helps it from prevents it from fouling. That's all. Yeah, it's nice out here right now. The only thing is bugs, but I got my and it seems to be working. I've never used it. It's the first time I've had it for years. And I believe in that too. It's all wank. That's just like the split fires and all that. If it was so damn good, they would have done it 50 years ago. I've had a lot of people say the same thing. And I've always said that they come out with all kinds of damn hype, the iridium plug, the platinum plug, and all that. Platinum is used as a catalyst agent in refining oil. And I've worked in a bunch of oil refineries around here, gold, platinum, and all that for specific uses. The platinum plug is just hype. And I'll go ahead to give you a good example. My inline six Jeep, which is a DIS engine, double ignition spark. I put Platinum Plus in there, high dollar plug, like $12, $15 a piece. This thing ran like shit for 2 years. I went and bought the goddamn cheap ass $1.25 Champions, put in there. Haven't touched it since. It runs absolutely perfect. It's wank because of Australia. The simpler ones do. $44. Oh Lord. Dropped to 30s tonight. I don't miss any of that because I was born in Lorain, Ohio. And I've worked up north quite some time and in Canada. And no thank you. I've seen enough of it. It's not fun. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people put down Champion and all that, and I got on a Jeep. The guy said that cheap ass Champion plug will run that thing, and I guess the things were designed to run simply. And yeah, I haven't touched it. It runs perfect. Yeah, NGKs, not platinum for me, but yeah, at $45. And I'll be honest with you, I do run the EP1s. The only reason I do it is because my local O'Reilly's sell them and they fit. Asking me what I put my camera with, I use the gasket first. I set the clearance on my crank side to side by either knocking the crank together or spreading it apart until I get that. And then with the gasket, and then I use the max torque, high temperature, whatever. Never had any problem with this whatsoever. That's me now. All right, Mr. Mike, you have a great evening. This was a lot of fun. I've heard of Yamabara. I've never been any place to get it, but you have a good night, Mike. You be Yeah, this is the only thing I use, and that's it. Max Torque gasket maker, high temperature by Permatex. But discussing sealant and stuff like that and two-stroke motor oil, you can argue for hours. Hours. Yep, that's what this is. And it never let me down. But the cool thing about this, and tell me if you think I'm crazy, the cool thing about this setup is I took my vacuum cleaner and I reversed it where it blows, and I shut the piston off enough where I could put some pressure, and I sprayed it down with soapy water to make sure there wasn't no air leaking. So that's one good thing about getting it sealed up. You have a good one there, two-stroke porting and carb tuning. Going to live and not being a drunk and not waving around around guns. You ain't give me a hard time. Give me a hard time about that, huh? It was HDR 50, and I didn't have a bullet in it. I just had it was just air pressure. I just thought it'd be funny, and that was a shit camera too, by the way. So I wish I had a good question. Try to answer some questions people have, and get some answered myself. The thing about the needle on the carburetor and stuff, I've never looked into any of that. Like I said, mostly with my fat ass, it's like wide open. You did thought it was hilarious. I got to thinking, I was looking at that camera over there. I said, I hate to throw it away. I said, I need to send it out on a good one. You could tell the person in the video, the lens was all scratched up. It fell off my bike one time. And it seemed like every time it bounced and hit on the damn lens. And I said, well, let me send this thing off. So I said, let me shoot it. Yes, they are. I've never really gotten into that. I know that our club used to go up there, and that's the rich ones. They used to fly up there. Uh, and I guarantee I know people in that club. Maybe not to their face, but they know of me, and I know of them. They know they had some trouble there with some homeless people or something when they was running a race. So that was years ago though. So I don't know how it is now. And there's ERT back. He's still munching popcorn. But yes, I know about that because some of our club members used to fly up there, and they would put their boats in golf bags, like the monos and what have you. They would put them in golf bags. And yes, the people come from Puerto Rico down there where ERT lives, and they used to come to our race and race. And we had a heck of a race. I mean, it was 2-3 days sometimes. That's some fast boats. Don't you go nowhere, two-stroke. You hang out. Airport. They got a down here in No Problem Raceway. They have a road course that you could go out there on Sunday and run anything you want. That would be interesting to do. I need to get this Minarelli done. You need to come down here. We need to take a ride down here. I don't know what you mean there, but yeah, we need to make a good long ride down here on the levee. I ain't going to New Orleans. You can forget that. Hell no. Because they got these new battery powered impact drivers like that, which are really, really cool. But I think you're asking just what's the average, you know. That's a hard question because I love I love tools. Oh man. I think if I I think if I had to have anything, it would be this, and that's a channel lock. Channel lock. Not some goddamn other crap. Anybody knows anything about channel locks know that they're real. And this. And there you go. You could rebuild one of these almost. But gasket gear. You got a bearing in there that's on a fixed plate. Not a fixed plate, but it's a plate that's on a bearing. If you got a lot of play on it, it's probably the bearings going out or being pulled out. I don't see. I've never messed with one, but I've seen people take them apart. They're little tiny balls or what have you. The never really messed with that much, to be honest with you. If you got a lot of play, it's probably the bearings got some wear. Yeah, so the bearing, I that's one thing I would say. That's what I'd say is the bearing in it is bad or getting loose. Not really bad, just getting loose. And I think he's meaning the bearing. I mean the bearing itself. And the thing of it is, there's no heat treating. I'm sure these bearing areas on these bikes, I'm sure there's no heat treating, proper heat treating and stuff. So that's going to be an issue. I'm sure the ball bearings are hardened, but are the races on the damn clutch and stuff hardened, which I wouldn't think they would be. What is a Minarelli? It's actually a scooter motor. And actually, a Minarelli, those motors run on a variator, and it does it like a Reese drive. And whenever the motor gets to a certain RPM, it just starts pulling and pulling and pulling on the back tire. So the motor never really has a chance to over rev in the stock form. Not only that, they're in a caged area with a fan. So when you take them out and put them on a motorized bike where they don't have that air blowing over them all the time and you got unlimited RPMs, that's where you're going to run into some trouble. Yeah, that's what I kind of, the bearing of the center hub, because I saw somebody one time grease one and I'm going, oh my God. They put like a half a pound of grease in it. Ceramics. I ain't got a problem with ceramic bearings. We used to run 18,000 RPMs on them RC boats with ceramics with no issues. The only thing that we liked about them, you got to remember though, those engines are water cooled. There was no heat transfer from the cases to the crank to the cases. So that was the only advantage. Regular bearings, fine. Now, the records were always set with full ceramic. Not the hybrid, but the full ceramic where are ceramic and they runs and then you had to throw them away. And they're too expensive to do that. No, you can get. I'm not gonna say that you can get the balls. You can buy the ceramic balls, and you can take that apart, and you can take the balls out and put the balls in it. And I think Leonard's thinking of the actual bearing in the motor, not the actual hub. But you can buy individual ceramic bearings. Would they work in that? I know they're just harder than hell. And Yeah, yeah. So you're right, and that's the allure of this hobby and sport or whatever you want to call it. Is it's cheap, and you can buy a set of cases for a YD 100 for $100. It's got crank everything and a clutch everything. So yeah, by guy, you are correct. I think they got it cheaper than that on there, and I don't. And it would be nice to have, some not consumer, but some manufacturer or something have a better than stock equivalent, and an actual real better than stock equivalent, not just saying it, but actually having a clutch assembly that is a hell of a lot better. Putting grease on the clutch main gear and all that. And when I saw this person go in there and grease that thing, I mean, he had to take it apart and he kind of lifted it up and was shooting grease in it. And I'm going, oh my God. But yeah. Heck, we can take one apart here if you want to. Talk about the Benarelli. I haven't got much time on it. But when it comes, I was running it with this carburetor and it seemed to run good. I also, on the bike, I was running a 36. I changed it up to a 40 and let the motor free up a little bit. And I rode around a little bit. There was no restriction of RPM once it came on the pipe and everything. I had a lot of issues. I was leaking air here. Took care of that. And then the pipe, that KTM 65 fatty I got slipped on. The first adapter I made takes an O-ring. This one here, it was a tight fit, but it wasn't that tight. I think it was actually leaking air in there too. When I first rode it, my leg was covering up the damn snorkel and everything was messing up. We can't see it right here. Sorry. And that I put it on there with. But it's also got 4 set screws, and they are pocketed into the intake. And on the intake, there's actually, I cut an O-ring groove on it. So this is the shrink tube. I think $9 for 4 foot of it. So there's plenty to. But yeah, it runs good. This is a flat slide, a OKO 21 PWK. I thought it was OKO, but it's PWK. I thought one side said one thing. No, it was PWK 21. And what little bit of time I got on it, it ran damn good. When I changed the sprocket and what have you. And like I said, I run an E3 plug. And I'm going to pull that out. I'm going to show you all what that looks like. I don't know if y'all run them or not. And like I said, plugs are voodoo. I just had somebody tell me, damn. That has a lawn care service that their weed eaters don't foul since they put these in there. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. And it runs very clean. Not that it has a whole bunch of running on it, but he swears up and down that none of his weed eaters fouls the plugs anymore. This is a horizontal minimum rally. I machined out the back part and put on a G2 reed system with carbon fiber pedals. And it's been pressure tested. You see, I had to make this head. I had to make everything about it. This is one of those plain old, I don't know who makes it, CDH or whatever. And I even cut some extra grooves to remove as much heat as possible. But I had to completely hand do this one. And because of the patterns bigger and everything else. And like I said, I do stuff that I would never. And that's the reason I didn't post nothing on this motor, because there's a lot of stuff I did to it. Off the wall, but out of the box stuff, let's just say that. Okay, so now the piston to wall cast iron has a 5.1 expansion ratio, which the aluminum inside of it, the piston inside of it, has an expansion rate of 12.6. It's going to expand farther. The piston is cone shaped. The philosophy behind that is whenever the head heats up and expands, then, and just the head part is going to get the hottest, because you got air fuel mixture going up under the piston all the time. So it keeps the bottom pretty much cool. But when the top expands, it takes that cone and it makes the whole piston round. I have read this. I don't know this for a fact. but I have read that. What I did when I put this piston in there, I figured out what the expansion rate's going to be of the piston, and I cut it all the way down. I cut the taper off of it and everything, where I have a good clearance, and it's not going to be sloppy. So that's what I did to this. I just got to get some runtime on it to see if that's going to work good. Yeah, see the 1032. I took the 36 off of that, and I put a 40 on it because it seemed like the motor was struggling. But I think the reason it was struggling because my leg was over the intake. Yes, and you have to, on the heads, you have to cut for YD100. Now, I am thinking that the Bikeberry head for that 100cc would have a, because it's beefy, it looks pretty nice on a V2. And I don't know what its hole pattern for its bolts are, whether it'll just drop on there. That would be nice if it wasn't too expensive. All right, brother. Get somebody with a welder or you with a welder and cut that damn pipe and roll it up before you get your leg burned. You be careful riding too. I enjoy your videos. All right. See, I didn't know they had one. Oh, the LD100? Okay. All right. I'll check into that. But yeah, I even cut it down. And like I said in that video, the reason that one was leaking, that there's nothing there. And so I needed to get a head from Bikeberry. You can still get a discount on that if you want to. That's Kevin T10 for the promo code. Yeah, I put a 40 on that because I'm not looking to set a land speed record. I'm just wanting to get up and down the levee and stuff, and I think it would have strained on that. Yeah, that pipe. Oh man, they could have done better. I mean, hell, only thing I did was cut that one well and roll the damn thing up. I mean, really? How hard is that? I mean, that might not be where people want it, but that thing got hot, man. When it hit my leg up on the levee, oh Lord, I knew I got burned. I was like, oh, this hurts. Yeah, you're right. I had a 1036 on an orange bike whenever I hit 49, and it was the ignition was almost cutting out. stroke. Do these CDIs actually cut out at around 10,000 or something like that? Because I really can't get any kind of. Now, it's just like I was telling earlier. I don't know if you, but if you bolt it to your frame, make sure you use plastic bolts. Don't use metal because you'll short it out and you won't get any fire whatsoever. I learned that the hard way. Not the hard way, but I learned that. Catnip, all of them. I know you burnt your leg. Leonard, how did you do that anyhow? That's about right. What bike is that? The blue one? I'm going to build another bike, but it's going to be a gas tank frame like that. I just want to find a good one. That frame was light on that bike. It's got some weight to them, more than what you think. I have fun reading all this. But yeah, but on the orange bike, what this is going in, that bike is so damn nasty. Literally, it's nasty. It's nothing but oil and grease on it. I want to tear it down, repaint it or something. I'm not done yet. Now, come on. Huh? You can sit right here.
They want to come out. They
can come out. My wife with the dogs. They could have been out. Hey, baby. Okay, man.
Oh, yeah.
You're fine, Pat. Don't worry about that.
You not started yet? You didn't start yet?
I'm live right now. I thought about that. I got to do something nasty.
Come on, you wanna go get snack time?
Hang on. I'm going to pick Frank up. Watch out, Frank. Watch out, girl. Oh, Lord. Come on, Frank. Can I get up? Come on.
Come on, bring him in.
All right. Here's your killer right here.
Casey,
It's fine. All right, y'all go in.
come on, let's go get snack.
Y'all go in. Go ahead, go. Go. I'll be in there in a little bit. Yeah, that's my little dog barking. That's right. The long-haired pit crew. They get upset when they are not around me. You're very welcome. This was a lot of hard work, a lot of collecting, a lot of working, a lot of being in the right place at the right time stuff. And yeah, I'm very fortunate. Am I cutting out? I don't work on anything. I do help some people that need help, but I really don't work on stuff. I mean, I do it, but okay, I was just wondering. No, Leonard, he's talking about my dachshunds. I don't think he's talking about you. But yeah, they're little blessings. They're both rescued. Well, I wouldn't call me a pro by no means. I mean, I'm learning like y'all. I just don't. In a hobby this cheap, you can screw up. You know, you can mess up and throw the part away. Go, I know one, and then keep going until you get it right. Try to get it right the first time, but sometimes it don't work that way. I don't want that job. I'm the president. No. Uh-uh. I know there's a bunch of. I wouldn't last long. I'd be shot in a month. A petcock that swivels. No, I'm not political at all. Never have been. Let me go ahead and say this, and I'm going to say this with a straight face. I have never been or ever have been associated with any government, military, or police organization, ever. Petcock, there you go. So a swivel one, I do know there's a crazy ass one that comes with a tank that sticks forward, like on a 90 degree and it sticks forward. If you turn it the other way, then the damn handle's on the wrong. It's that. Yeah, the little girl is has got the chocolate Doberman. The other one's a shaded red little boy, and he's an asshole. I'm not going to paint it orange. I'm going to paint it somebody. I don't know what. Black probably be the best damn color because the damn thing gets filthy. '85, great again, ever. YD100 either. Sorry, guys. Yes, they do, in a way, a machinist and mechanic, but we can over there. Huh? Oh, sure. Greetings from Russia. Oh, what do you think about restoration videos? Would you do one? Yeah. Well, actually, I did. I've got a RS2 Lister diesel, 1950s. You go back on my videos, you can see what I did to restore that, and it runs. It cranks up and runs. It does 1,200 RPMs. It weighs 400 and almost 490 pounds, and it puts out 12 horsepower. That's it. But yeah. Yeah, the YD100, I cut the top off of one and finally got it to run halfway decent, and then I just got tired of it. There was nothing there like a good head or anything like that. You too. You be careful out there, please, because trust me, you get hurt. But hello from Russia. How y'all doing? Yeah, and like I said, but it would 1,200 RPMs. Well, no, 1,100 RPMs, 12 horsepower. But the torque rating is crazy, and it was air cooled, and they use them in narrow boats and stuff like that. And this one here was, and I had a few people from the. If you look back on the videos of restoring, they had one guy that him and his college friends, what have you, won the Shell Award with the Lister diesel. They achieved 1,200 miles a gallon on one of them. I hear you. I was always wondering, was anything changed or not, but I wish you all the best. But yeah, and there was all kinds of people that worked in the factory in England that built the old Lister diesels, the Lister Petters, and it was a really unique engine. It's just like 490 pounds and 12 horsepower. Now you got weed eaters hitting and chainsaws hitting 12 horsepower that don't weigh anything. So you kind of see where motoring went, and that's kind of good, I guess. But this thing would run all day on a gallon. You know. Matthew Perry. Freezing in Moscow. Wow. It gets a lot worse, I'm sure. And like I said, that's a good thing about me. I ride year round. It never really gets that cold down here. It does get into the teens sometimes. Yeah, it's like 78 here, or if not hotter. And by the way, that's ice water. Yeah, it's 78, 80. It's nice though, and I don't have any fans running, and that's the good part. These things work. ERT still eating popcorn. All right. That's so cool. Somebody from Russia. Yes. Yes. Like Honda. Yep. The old 750 Shadow. I actually had one of those. Actually, I think I had the 550. What was it? 750. I think I know I had a Shadow. Not for long. It was like, ay. 66 here and nowhere. Village, North Carolina. I don't know. I always did like it up there. Biltmore Place, Asheville, Charlotte. Yeah, I had a Shadow, but I don't think it was a 750. It might have been, but I think it was a smaller version of it. Okay. A Baja Avenger? No, I'm not. I guess that's Baja. I'm not sure. All right. Yeah, the bike is from India. I thought it was. In Russia, they used to run the old Mint, I think they were called. And it was a two-stroke, a Minsk. I've thought about it. and I don't want to. In Louisiana, you have to ride on the wrong side of the road. You have to ride facing traffic. Cops ain't gonna stop you if you're not doing it, and we have to pedal to start, no gears, nothing like that. So yeah, if they made one that was kind of like standalone cooling system and all that, you know. Yeah, and I think the Minsk was an off-road bike. Yes, I can imagine. Yeah, there's nothing like the old two strokes and the new two strokes as far as I'm concerned. That's the reason I like these little motors. I kind of want to build a four stroke, but I'm just having too much fun with these. They're like the best way to put it is they're a mystery box. And yes, almost had to be, I would imagine. Could be. Yeah. Now, didn't they make a Minsk back in the day, a long time ago? You like Garage 54, don't you? Two stroke porting. Don't lie. I know you watched them. I watch them. They're funny. 54. Yeah, they do some crazy stuff. They're lucky they haven't gotten seriously hurt. Oh, okay. Huh. Didn't know that. Are they two strokes or four strokes? Just curious. Ah, okay. Gotcha. That's so cool. And they were actually a pretty good bike, from what I understand. A few people I know that's had them. But and another thing I was wanting to restore, and I've been wanting to do it, is a hit or miss motor. But everything around here, everybody wants like, you know, $2,000-3,000 for a piece of motor that doesn't even work. All right. The only two-wheel drive motorcycle I ever heard of was a Rokon Trailbreaker. And that was a son of a gun. I'm sure there's other people that make them, but that's the only one I know of. Well, I'm sure glad you stopped over here. Well, I'm not even going to try to pronounce your name. I'll screw that up. Yes, I know that a lot of people do over there. I thought the Rokon Trailbreaker was made here. And like I said, they're just so fun to me because, and I'm going to tell y'all exactly the reason I like them so much. They're inexpensive, and I can get away with all kinds of shit around here. I could go on the sidewalk. I could go on the other side of the road. I could go on the side of the road. I could go on the levee. I could do all kinds of damn illegal stuff legally. I guess you could say that. I'm mixed about Harley. But I had a couple. But I had one of them that was the AMF. And anybody knows anything about the AMF Harley Davidson, you know why I'm not really crazy about it. No, I ain't gonna be doing no wheelies. That's back in the day in the dirt bike, not now. Valsa. Okay. Laos. I think I'm getting it right. Well, I'm so glad you stopped by. That's cool. I wish I could give you one of these, but I'm sure that hits not sure what that is. Watch it. Oh wait, that you guys that watch too much cable TV. Man. That's funny. You're wrong for that. You know you are. Okay. Yes, I have heard of that. It was ringing a bell, but you're at 66 years old. I am not. I get on my bike and I put around a levee and I'm good for about 40 miles, 50 miles. Of course, on a motorcycle, it's a different thing. That's funny. But yeah, that's cool. I want a lot of. Change my mind. Garage 54, man, those poor little Aladas. It's a very prestigious challenge in here. Yeah. Yeah, that's a lot of miles. 1,000 miles in a day. That's a good 12, 14-hour day, I think. Now, at a place that doesn't have speed limits, I mean, something like the Autobahn or something like that, yeah. But around here, it would be hard to do. You're wrong for that, really. No, the Lada is the car for the masses. I kind of get it and get from that. Now we're asking political questions. Lada is the Volkswagen, yes. They are the car for the masses. How is America over here? Well, you got to work, earn a living. Probably the same thing where you live. Not to do everything you want to do, but there's nothing restricting you are driven and you want to make it, you can. Just take a lot of hours and stuff. Okay, Polo. Yes, we can go anywhere. There's no restriction, no border crossings or anything through all the states. We're just wide open. Do whatever you want to do. Helmets in some states required just to wear, yes. South Carolina, I know, doesn't require a helmet. And right off the hand, that's really the only one I know. I don't think Florida does, but maybe they do. America doing good? I hear you. I mean, and I'll tell you the reason I like Louisiana. You're treated like an adult. Some states that on Sunday you can't buy any alcohol, you can't gamble, anything like that. But in Louisiana, if you want to get drunk and gamble on Sunday, you can do it. Now, there's some states now, two-stroke porting. I'm sure he remembers blue laws where everything on Sundays closed down. Everything. The only thing that would open up in a small community or in a town would be the drugstore, and that's it. They don't say anything about helmets to me around here whatsoever. A lot of times I don't wear it if I'm just putting around, but we know how that putting around goes, don't we? It goes out the door really damn quick when you get on a damn road and you got a clear path, you're going to let it run. I don't have any trouble, but I live in a small town and everybody knows everybody. If they wanted to catch me, they could come to my house and get me. Texas don't over the age of 18. Okay. It does make sense to wear one. Absolutely. And when I was hit by that car, I was not wearing a helmet. What did save me a severe head injury was the backpack I had on. Because when I was knocked to the damn asphalt, pack cushioned my head. Didn't cushion my back, but it cushioned my head. It's a YD100 case. Bought it off of CDH for $100. It's got everything, crank, clutch, everything. I took the crank out and I balanced it. You're right. You got to wear it. You got to show up to win. You're right. You got to wear it to make it effective. Yes, I do have my safety sandals on. Yes, I do. Yes, I'm sorry if I didn't answer your question the first time you asked. I didn't know exactly what you were asking, but yeah, that's a CDH, and it has their, I don't know if any, their new red wire coil. Same ass damn coil. No different. Well, now that you mention that, you see that burn right there? That's the result of it right there. I'm sick and tired of getting burned. I stopped doing that. I'm not welding with sandals on. And I know better. I've been a professional welder for years. Pipe welder, A class. That's a good question, Two Stroke. I kind of wondered that myself. What do other, I mean, what, and really, what we really want to know is what other countries are being told about the U.S. That's interesting to me. That's a question. And I don't know, they might think we're 8-foot tall cannibals over here. I don't know, but I mean, I live in the murder capital of the United States. I think it is. I don't live in it, but I live very close to New Orleans. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's the murder capital of the United States. Yes, we eat a lot of fast food. I don't, but I used to. You're right on that one, Mike. We think is ATF, alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. I mean, I'm not really sure how to answer that one. Nobody likes the ATF. I don't even think the ATF likes them. But we're not all like that. All like that. I mean, uh, you can buy cigarettes, you can buy alcohol, you can buy firearms, you can buy bullets. No big deal. It was like the world. What's that? Yeah, yeah. You don't play. You mind your business. Yeah, I think the red wire does make it go fast. I think it may. I think it hits that 15,000 mark pretty easy. Yeah, it's automatic transmission fluid, and in this country we can't. Some things you can say, some things you just can't say. I'm going to step out of here for just a minute. When you get old like me, sometimes you have to go to the bathroom, and I will be back. By the way, in Russia we have, I can say, the tax system. Look, the tax system's horrible, but I'm not going to say anything about the tax system because I'm getting paid by the tax system right now. And what do we have? I can say the best tax system. $10 years straight, something like that. What? That's tax system. I will be back. Okay. I live here in Moscow, capital of Russia. Yeah, the tax of Canada, Trudeau, I think. Somebody was complaining about that. A fellow on here was a set 2 engine seals was $20. I said, no damn way. I said, I got them in bulk. I said, I'll just send you one. It was $20 shipping. Get it there. I was like, get the heck out of here. Yes, the tax system is very confusing for a reason. That's cool. And 1 person business within 2 days. That's cool. Moscow. Yeah. See, that's what this fellow was telling me. He said everything is so darn expensive. And we were talking about the chain I run. I buy it from Amazon down. And it's $12, $13. One of these bikes, 415 chain. He quoted me price like $60. I go, what? I said, man, that's crazy. Well, you know, yes, that's so cool. I agree with you 100%. Well, and I hope that's your name. That is so cool, though. Some stuff's universal. Motorbikes, engine building, tinkering, mechanics. It's all universal. It's all done in every country. Yes, crank seals. Crank seals. Those little old things you pop in your crank. It was going to cost him $20 up there. I sent him a pair, and do you live in Canada though? Because I looked it on Amazon on Canada side. I was like, oh, hey, there's William Buchanan. How you doing? Come on now, Leonard. And 10K. No, these were just plain old seals, but they were so expensive up there because of the dollar to Canadian dollar value. And it was like, I said, oh, hell, I'll send you a set because you're getting them like $4 or $5 a set. I sent them up there. I did what I said I was going to do. It was like $20. And it was all kinds of stuff involved, with doing that. Oh, no, you're fine. You're fine. I mean, you Norwegian, or Finnish, you say? Finnish American. You can see the Dupuytren's contracture, the Vikings disease, right there. So 30% of all men in Norway got this. So I guess you can figure I'm related to fish eaters. So, but yeah, and it's getting worse. It's not getting better. And there's nothing I can do. Well, I'll say that. I believe everybody lives together. It doesn't look that way in Israel sometimes, but but is that a Canadian price or is that an American price? $6 to $12. I bought two of them chains you use. Yeah, they are great. You put the master link in and you walk away. That's okay. That's all I run. You put it out. This has got a chain tensioner on it. The only reason it's got a chain tensioner on it, my other bike doesn't, because if you can get the crank chain and the drive chain, so I bust links in both until I get them where I want them. And that's it. I've never done anything with them. They work. And that chain's not expensive. It even comes with a can of spray. And don't ever spray your chain with it. I got one laying up there right now. I can show you why. USA. United States of America. Except when it comes to Louisiana. Louisiana's not united with anybody. At least they act like that anyhow. Sometimes. Gear lube is great for chain. Actually, they got what they call an open gear or chain lubricant in a can. Do not ever use that. It comes out black as it, almost like Permatex. And trust me, it sticks. Oh, does it stick? But everything is getting wore out. And these chains, I think, are pre-packed because I've never put anything on this one, and I'm constantly wiping it down. Where the grease comes from, I have no idea. We got you gear lube. But actually, my grandparents came over from Germany and Ireland. .90 gear oil, 150 gear oil. Don't remind me of that. I just got to packing my Jeep front and rear with that. Yes, I'm still making my own gas. Absolutely. That way I have a constant fuel. There is, you can buy chain lube and stuff like that. Oh man, it's just so nasty. I sprayed that stuff on this chain for the orange bike, and yes, it was all over everywhere. Actually, I drive a Jeep, so Jeep has been owned by everybody, I think. so I guess Dodge, and then I got Nissans. The right up there in Mississippi, they got one of the largest Nissan plants I've ever seen in my life. But I tell you, the best car right now, and I don't give a damn what it looks like, the one that takes you there and brings you back, that's the best one. I've never tried that. I've got a can of dry lubricant up there. It's basically a silicone dust. Well, I mean, that's who makes Jeep. And I don't know who was in 2000 when my Jeep was made. I don't know who actually owned Jeep. Dish soap, yeah. Dish soap to clean. I use Castrol Super Clean on anything like that, and it cleans it. But sometimes it'll clean it too good. But Dawn dish soap, it works really well. Yes. That's the reason when I get up on that levee, if you've noticed some of the videos when I'm going down there, you look over to not the riverside, but the other side, you'll see that plant that's got all that red dirt in it. That's bauxite. And I go through some of those low areas there, and that stuff is terrible to try to get off. Now, I remember back in the old bikes, like I had a Kawasaki 750 3-cylinder triple, and it actually had a oil pump for the chain. And you would reach down there on the left side of the bike, and you would pull it up, and it would slowly go down. We just put motor oil in there. They're all 49cc. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, we modify. We modify everything. There's nothing we don't modify in the United States. Hell, look at some of our athletes. But anyway, modifying your bike in the U.S., do you need permission? No, you don't need permission. I use Carb Clean. I use Carb Clean too. And actually, what pisses me off is the can runs out really quickly. No, we don't need permission from anybody. I mean, if they catch you doing 60, 70 mile an hour, they're legit to lock your ass up or write you a ticket. I'd be laughing the whole time, though. You clocked me out? Give me a ticket, please. Give me that ticket. I want proof I was going that fast. That would be funny. So, but no, we don't need any permission, but everybody will tell you, our cop asked me, am I wrecked? He said, well, what CC is that? 49 CC. And 98. Yeah, I mean, 49 CC. Everybody runs the same thing. They probably doing 60, 70, just like the fellow that was on here, Jamie Bouchard. He turns his up to 60 easy. So, speed limit, my bike's limit is much faster. Who's talking? I'm talking. What's up, Leonard? You all right? Speed limits? You see, that's a... That's funny. Speed limits for skateboards. That's pretty funny. Yes, ossifer. And bicycles. I hear you. These bicycles are a gray area, and I'm going to be the first to tell anybody, and everybody on here knows that. They're like, you know, you can get out there, ride around with no helmet, flip-flop, shorts on. As long as you're not showing your ass, you're fine. First time you do that, you know, standing on top of the damn seat, you know, at 60 miles an hour, they're going to lock your ass up. So it's kind of like, you know, ride responsibly. But just as soon as you get out there, you might not have a helmet. You might not have none of that on. You might be on flip-flops. As soon as you get out there, just messing around, you're going to turn it up. You're going to twist the throttle. You know the voice. Who you? Bearings, who needs them anyway? Uh-huh. Kevin. Are y'all hearing me all right and seeing me all right? eBay sells, yes, 49. And I was going to get an orange one for an orange bike. And I haven't done it yet. I'm glad I didn't because I'm going to repaint that bike. What? Okay. You answered my question. Somebody talked me into doing this, and they're not even here to see it. Engine clear coat, 500 degree. Now, I thought about that, and I don't like coating any metal parts with anything. That's just me. I don't want to trap any heat. Now, the lower case, that might be different. The cylinder, no. But what, clear coat 500 degree? I think they do. I was shocked when I was at O'Reilly's, and I think I saw like 1,200 clear. Yes, they are selling. I know eBay's selling those stickers in any color you want. So that's the reason I always say 49cc. That's quite all right. I do that lazy spelling myself. I know y'all seen the Shock Daddy 5000 here. But I was playing with this, and I know y'all seen these. That coil there works fine. I don't see any advantages to it, but it does work fine. And that's that one you see advertised on eBay and stuff like that. That thing's just like a screwdriver. It's small, but it does work good. This thing wore my ass out. Yes. They stamp them all 49cc because that's the law over here. If it's under 49cc, go ahead and quote this guy something with it. But if it's under 49cc, you don't need any license. You don't need any insurance. You don't need any registration or anything like that. I think one of these guys might can answer that a little bit better than me. Okay. That made it look legit, huh? Yes, sir, Mr. Leonard. What you need, babe? Ah, yes, you clear coat over the stickers. Gotcha. Yeah, just on the bottom case, it wouldn't make any difference, but on the cylinder, no. What's up, Mr. Leonard? I'm out of bug power. Actually, on the Twisted T bike, I rolled the cans out and I rolled them on. Back here, if police officer doesn't believe on your modification, you will need to go to professional expertise. It will be defined. Yeah, see, that's like, that's kind of invasion. I don't think they would, honestly, here, I don't think they would go through the trouble. They got bigger fish to fry around here than that. The bicycle's the least thing on their mind right now, especially around here in New Orleans. There we go. Keeps the bugs away. Thermacell or whatever. They do work. In South Louisiana, we live in a swamp, and it is literally a swamp. And you have bugs. This thing actually does pretty good. So 49cc legal. That's the question I asked. I know there is some kind of cutoff as long as it's not 50cc and above. Yes, over there y'all call it RON, isn't it? RON? And you don't have gasoline, you got benzene or something like that. Yeah, you see, then that's when I would. Yeah, see, that would kill it for me if they did the licensing and all that stuff. But I don't think Louisiana's going to do that because they could care less. 95. Is it octane or RON? RON. That's good gas, 95. Octane. But I think I'm going to take this bike down and just clean it up. Yes, I've seen those stickers. And I think when I paint my bike, I'm going to get a color sticker because in my accident, the cop was asking me, well, what CC is it? 49. And it's not 49. Okay. Five horsepower, 50 cc in Michigan, pedal assist, 20 miles per hour max for unlicensed and 30 miles. Okay. See, down here, it's as long as it doesn't have a centrifugal clutch, gears, it has to have a clutch, and you have to crank it by pedaling. That's it. Oh, you're so wrong with that prop number. I see that on everything. When I sell stuff on eBay, they say, what prop number? I ain't no damn prop number. It's stainless steel. Don't worry about it. E85 is 85% ethanol, I think. We don't have it around here because I live in South Louisiana where we drill most of the oil for the country, and Texas where Mike lives. But E85 is 85% ethanol in the fuel. Isn't that right, Mike? It's 85% ethanol. And oh yeah, by the way, Mike, I'm gonna send all y'all a pack of bolts for your manifold too, by the way. There you go. But I've heard a lot of people talk about ethanol and what have you. And I know back in the day when they were running Castrol and alcohol in the two strokes they used to run, and B16. The other is enough gasoline in there to just call it gasoline and additives, anti-knock agents and stuff like that. I would assume. I mean, alcohol, an engine has to consume a whole bunch of it to get any power out of it. Mike's right about that. This is so cool. This thing works good. Get you one, Opie Wanzilla. No younger. What city in Utah? Yeah, get one. This thing just took this thing right out. It works good. It's just, there's no sharp edges or nothing. Thank you. I needed to send some wire too, because come to find out I had to go buy wire. But no, I'm going to send everybody a set of those too. They do work. My exhaust does not come loose. It's probably some kind of knock inhibitors and stuff like that. You can call it gasoline, but it's probably not. But with ethanol, it could be 15% water. Alcohol loves water. You see, the e-bikes is funny because there's no law regarding them. And these really fast ones, what have you, they have no definition of what they are. You are so welcome. This has been a lot of fun. This is a learning experience, trust me. This has been a lot of fun. Every month. We'll go ahead and do it again. If this seems like it's working. You come on back last Saturday every month. We'll be here doing the same thing, I hope, and pray. We all will. So. Go to the airport. Whenever we used to run our boats, we used to run LL100, which is low lead, 100 octane, and it runs very good in the two strokes. It's just getting so hard to get, and I like it because it doesn't have any smell, and it has really good additives in it. And there's one plane that we used to always, and I don't even tell this, but every time we get fuel, there was one old plane sitting out there. We'd always use this tail number. That poor plane probably had went through thousands of gallons of fuel. And one day I walked over, the plane was gone. I said, what'd they do? Come get it? He said, oh, no, the guy come over here and got in it and took off. I said, really? That plane sat out there for 4 years untouched. So I know that fuel does not go bad. And it's good, too. It works good. Damn it, paper and aluminum. And yes, I've used 100 LL, which is 100 octane low lead. They had higher. I think they had the 110, but my bike runs so good. And that's kind of the reason Yes, very much so. Right about, guy. You have a good evening, sir. I'm glad you could stop by. This was really fun. And guys, I am going to do the same. We're going to go ahead and shut her down. Laos, come on back last Saturday every month. This was cool. So, all right, guys, we're going to shut her down. It's what? Oh, it's 9:30? Oh, my God. Time flies when you're having fun. All right, guys. Love y'all to death. Peace out, Laos. Bye. All right, guys. We're going to shut her down, man. Thank you so very much for stopping by. It was a lot of fun. It really was. And I learned some stuff, and I hope everybody did. If you won one of these things, and we'll give some more away next Saturday or the Saturday in the next month. If you won one of these, make sure you go to my About and put your address down there. And these babies will be on the way to you. All right, Big Daddy. Oh, I love you to death, Mr. Leonard. Good night, guys.